Hey everybody, and welcome to a Lefty Knitter podcast. This is episode 249, coming to you from Baltimore, Maryland, with my husband and cats and kids and all the things. And my cat was very comfy in her chair just a minute ago, and guess where she's at now? Right here. She steals my chair, but then I'm sitting here and she's like, "Oh, Mom's down. Let's go bother Mom." So if you are new to the channel, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. I guess I'll just show you Luna. She is our tripod cat. We love her so much, and she is, honestly, she's my baby. I think what I'm going to do this year, either it's going to be a present for John, or ask John to get it as a present for me. I want one of those sweatshirts where I can put a cat in it. That's what I want. I want one. Or like the baby slings. I don't want so much the sling. I'd rather it be the sweatshirt. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I want the sling. Anybody have one? Anybody have suggestions? I know this is not a cat podcast or a cat carrying podcast or a cat wearing podcast, but yeah. This is a crafting podcast and I show you all the things I've been up to. I try to do it vlog style and sometimes that doesn't always happen. Today though is Thursday, October 17th. Here's Luna. This is Luna Tuna. Luna Tuna Baluna. What are you doing? What are you doing? She is a tripod. She's missing a back leg. She is a rescue baby, and we love her so very much. So, I have not made a ton of progress on my Pina sweater. All the details for designers, patterns, things like that will be down below. So the Pina sweater, I am using these two color yarns. And this is the Tenderfoot yarn. And these are the two colors I'm using. And I love it. I love it so much. What I'm worried about is the sleeves. So, and I shouldn't be, because as I'm holding my sleeve here and a sweater I wore the other day that was hand knit, the sleeve was a little bit big. I was like, oh, but should it pull in more? But then I think that I don't think I want it like tight around my wrist, because I have a tendency to pull stuff up like this, and I don't want it to then be like really tight here. So let me just show you where I'm at. I was getting ready to start the ribbing. I was talking about adding, I had finished all my decrease rows. Here, let me show you the top. Here's the sweater. I haven't finished the bottom yet. That is on holders. This sleeve hasn't been picked up yet. I could have this sweater done like in a week if I really put my mind to it. I have done all my decreases. Each of these was a decrease. And I was about here the last time you saw it. So I did this bit because I was talking about how the ribbing is supposed to be a 2.5 inch cuff, and I didn't want it to be 2.5 inches. So from here to here is the 2.5 inches. And it's not like it's tight and it's not like it's big. I'm just like, oh, the thing is, I can always take it out. I could put these on stitch holders, right? Cut my yarn, and then I can do the other sleeve, figure out if I really like it like that or not. I think it's going to be fine. It fits really well, lengthwise. I can't really show you, but okay. I love it so far. I've made a little bit of progress on my Simple Hug Cardi. And I'll put a stitch marker or move my stitch marker on this. I believe I have to do about 16 inches of stockinette. And this is by the Cozy Up Knits girls. They're like 4 sisters. I was here the last time you saw me and I've done this. So this is really easy pick up knitting in the morning, having coffee. I can do 2 or 3 rows, possibly 4 sometimes. And this is the yarn Big Twist Supernova in the colorway Nebula. And it's like a dark rainbow. So I have to do from where the ribbing ends, right about here, about 16 inches. So I do love this a whole lot too. All right. So I'll move my marker so you guys can see the progress I have made. I don't know if I'll show this again by the end of the podcast or what I'll end up showing. I don't know. Because I don't know what I'll end up getting into. That's the thing. So I showed you guys, John bought me that plastic canvas haunted house. They call it a haunted, it's not a haunted house. It's from Hirschner's. I read the directions, but then I didn't read them well enough because I decided I cut it out and then I stitched it. Well, that's not what you do. That's not what you do. You stitch it all on your, like, each sheet for the pieces has the layout of where all the pieces should go so you don't mess up and not have enough canvas. So then I decided I wasn't cutting them out, obviously. And this is the piece from here. So I'll just put that down. This piece is really plain. This was fun to stitch because it was just like really no thinking about it. These were really, I mean, this has all been really fun to stitch. This is going up into a point and there will be another window here. And I have to finish the windows, and then these both have extra details like these. This has a spider web in it. This has a ghost, like sticking his head, you know, popping out. My back is not the prettiest, but I will show it. There you go. It's not the prettiest. But it's all going to be put together and you won't be able to really, I mean, maybe you'll see in it from the bottom. I don't really know, but it's not going to matter because this is the side you see and that looks pretty. I am really actually loving this, considering I don't love cross stitch. Like, I don't enjoy doing cross stitch with needle and thread and tiny, like, and fabric. I really enjoy this though. I'm really, really enjoying this. So I decided, I had told you guys I had inherited two pieces. I didn't bring the other one out. I only brought the one because I'm very, very, very excited for this. I didn't think it came with instructions, and it does. So I must have been using, I was experimenting with the other piece that I had gotten, and I think it was just I didn't love the subject matter, and I'm not even going to show it. It was like Christmas ornaments. But this piece is completely sealed, and now that I know how much I love it, this is going to get done. I don't know how old it is. It's called Rasputin number 4537, and it's by Hobbycraft. I absolutely love this. I love old vintage Halloween stuff, like the Halloween cat and stuff like that. I really want a Halloween cat tattoo, the vintage looking one. This is my jam. And of course it has all the stuff. It has the canvas, it has the chart, it has a needle in here, it has everything. So this you will see soon enough. I don't know when it soon is, but I love it very much. That's all I have to show to you right now. I haven't done anything else other than I've been trying to space my time out on all projects that I have, which I don't have many projects that go at one time. So there might be 5 and 6 episodes where you're seeing the same 4 objects, and I feel bad sometimes about that. But I also can't just cast on things to have content, because that's not how my brain works. So she's now back in the chair. She's very content. She's going to be very mad in about a minute when I'm get up from the floor and kick her out of my chair. Well, it's a very chilly day today. It's supposed to warm back up, but it is very chilly. I know a lot of people have had to cut their heat on, and I refuse to do that. It's going to be back up in the 70s this week coming, in the week coming. So I can't do it, y'all. I can't do it. So, all right. I will see you guys in the next clip. Bye. All right, everybody. It is now Sunday, the 20th. And I'm going to just show you the progress I made on the Pina and on my other sweater, because that's the only thing I've worked on. since Thursday. So I did finish. I tucked it. So here's a tip for you. If you're working on sleeves, I tuck the other sleeve in itself, so I'm not like twisting everything. But also, once you're working on your other sleeve, you can just kind of twist, get it back, and not move this whole thing. So I have finished that sleeve. Which looks pretty cool. And then I picked up and I am working on the second sleeve. So the color work is done, and I am doing my decreases. What I did, another tip, I knew how many decrease markers I had on the other sleeve, so I took a stitch marker and hung all the ones I needed for this one, so I knew after I used all these, I should be good. I will double check the other side and make sure, but this gives me an indicator that I don't need to do any more. I shouldn't have to do any more decreases. So that's where we are with that sleeve island. And I have a cat. This cat. We bought a cat carrier. She's not sure if she likes it. I'm also having an adult beverage, so I don't understand what this is all about on this can koozie. John got it from his job, and I don't understand that. Is it just a grip? It doesn't open. I thought maybe you could attach it to something. That'd be kind of weird though, wouldn't it? All right, so I am not far from that sleeve and then figuring out how much more I need to do on the body, which I don't think is going to be much. And then the other thing I worked on was my Simple Hug cardigan. Did I move my marker? Now I'm trying to remember if I did or if I didn't. I believe I did. But nope, I'm not sure I did. I am pretty far. I think that was where I had it, and I haven't moved it from the last time I showed you. But I now have quite a bit, and this ball is getting very small. So I'll have to use the second ball, which I knew I would probably have to use 2. I think I bought 3, but I think I'm only going to need the 2. I just love this so much. And that's all I have. I've been listening to the book It by Stephen King, and that's about what my life has been up to. We haven't watched any movies or shows or anything like that. The next thing I know I want to do is I kind of organized behind my sock machine, and I need to crank some yarn. So my husband, I should say, also really loves the Patton's Croix. Now these will be for him because I need 4 balls total for his socks. So I have these. This is the brown rose marl. He does not have these yet, so I'm excited to crank these for him. And the other yarns in here, I only have 2. So I don't know if I'm going to make them for family, cat, or what I'm going to do, because like this yarn is so cool, and I don't think you can get it anymore. The Manny Petty, the colors are so cool. This one is called Boot. I'm not sure why it's called Boot, but it's called Boot. That's a really cool color. Oh, I have more of this. I didn't realize I had more of this. Well, I might have. I got a bunch on clearance, so I have 4 of this one, and I think I actually have 8 of this one. I have 2 of this one. These were gifted to me. This is the same colorway. This was also gifted to me, and these are the same colorway also. It doesn't look so much like they are, but it's probably just like the inside because the way those are. I really do love some Patton's Croix. I also have this one to crank up. This is the FX. Nope, these are the Croix socks too. Some of them are like FX. Oh, like this one is the FX. I love those. I shoved these all in here with like fingering. Oh, I still have. John doesn't love this yarn as much. but I still have some of the Knit Picks Felice yarn, which I'm going to use. I also believe, I'm not sure if he likes the stroll, but I have a bunch of the stroll colors in the tweed, so I might do something with that for him too. I have so much, like, these are a lot of fingering, minis. Maybe I'll make, I don't know. And then I don't know why I bought 6 in the muslin. That's like boring as all hell. I could make him just plain white socks with like stripes at the top. He would be fine with that. So yeah, so I am going to keep out the first color I showed you and put these on cones because that's the next thing I want to crank. Maybe I'll leave that gray out too. I have that gray out, so I don't know what I'm going to do because I can't make socks for him in just the 2 balls. He loves the tall socks, so that is what I make him when I do it. So all right, I'm gonna get this all back in here. I hope everybody's well, taking care of themselves, checking in on each other, crafting all the things that make you happy, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace, love, and happy knitting. Bye.